you like already saying peace out. So I was like, oh.
Talking more beer for me, huh?
I don't know. So
Motherfucker.
I even grabbed it. I showed you, and you were like, you still said Blitz, and I was like, all right.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was like, all right.
That doesn't sound like me. It must have been fucking Blitz.
Getting Blitz is what is everyone is known for these days, I guess. And welcome to a show where it's okay to get blitzed. This is an all-new Drinks to Words by ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Actually, boys and girls of over 21.
We haven't, just so you guys know, we haven't had a guest in, I don't know. It's been a while since we had a guest on here. It's only because the way our life has changed, it's very hard to get somebody to be on the show Friday morning.
No, it's all good, man. I want to say that we appreciate the opportunity, man.
Oh,
it was hard.
We're here.
Yeah,
it was hard for me too, boss. I had to tell my job, hey, I got something important. You know, I'll get back to you guys as soon as it's over with.
Yeah, but then they're going to see the video. They're like, it wasn't that important.
It wasn't that important. Somebody promoting it. Yeah. Tell anybody it worked.
So you guys are probably wondering, who do we have on today? And we have Young AD, and we have, I guess, Stone Cold Kev with us.
Yes, sir.
These guys are a up-and-coming, I want to say, rap group. Out of the SGV, and normally me and David don't really have anybody on, but we talked to your manager, which, by the way, shout out to Danny for hooking it up.
Shout out Danny.
And I'm going to tell you guys, the honest truth. I am not a rap guy. I don't know. It's because I'm old. I don't know. But I sent this to David. He's my resident, he knows what's kind of hip with rap stuff, And, and I said, yeah.
So
what was your reaction?
It's only because I used to work. So you guys know the observatory, right, in Orange County?
I never been there, to be honest, bro.
I think I've been there once. Yeah, with the telescopes and all that.
No. That's in LA. I'm talking about the observatory, the music venue.
Oh, Orange County. Oh, okay.
Yes.
They got freaks out there, man.
Okay, no, I haven't been out there.
Yeah, so I used to work at that music venue, so I've dealt with a lot of musical guests. I've worked concerts and fucking Coachella. And he sent me your guys' video, and now again, I'm more of an old school person. Obviously we're Gen Xers, so we grew up in the 90s and stuff. But I like your style. I can't relate to everything you guys say, but it's not that mumble rap stuff. I'll be honest with you, dude. I can't.
We can't either, man.
That's all it is now, man. Just mumble rap. But we're trying to break that cycle, man. We're trying to break that.
Which is something that we appreciate. I know he does, even though he was tentative. What were your guys' influences growing up that you started this? What brought you to this?
Man, I'm gonna have to say Tupac, Eminem, all the old school rap, man. That's what kind of brought me in the direction to making music.
Yeah, I would say the same. I would say I came up from a lot of influence from underground rap. Biggie, Big L,
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang. That's pretty much where I said, I'm gonna put my foot down and try to be like these guys lyrically. Okay. Try to make it more, trying to send a message in the music rather than just a beat and mumble rap, like you said.
Gotcha. And real quick, before we get really into the show, it is Drinks to Words by, and usually we drink, right now. So, what are you guys drinking right now?
We got a little tall boy.
So we might have to run to the store and get some more.
Yeah, just a little pregame, little smoothie for the morning.
Yeah, you know what? It's real strange to see youngsters like yourself drinking Budweiser. Usually, everyone's drinking the IPAs and stuff like that. What made you gravitate towards?
Buzzballs.
Yeah, or Buzzball. What made you guys gravitate towards that beer?
It came from my pops, really, because he's more of a Bud Light type of person. But tasting both, I actually prefer the Budweiser. So it just became, you know, just instinct. Go to the store
And it's cheap.
and grab it.
And it's cheap.
And it's cheap. And you save a buck. You save a buck, you know? We can do the buzz balls once in a while. I mean, IPAs, those too. But, you know, it just depends the type of mood we're in, you know. But to keep it light, we'll go with Budweiser.
Gotcha.
And Budweiser's more of a morning drink.
Yeah, more of a morning, you know, something light.
It's more of a brunch drink.
Wakes up the stomach, you know, right? Just right.
Yeah.
Clean out all the bad stuff in your body, you know?
For sure.
Yeah.
And,
Sure.
you know,
Flush out yesterday's lunch.
and you know what? It makes for a great michelada. Like, people are always looking at me weird, but you put that in a michelada, and it's fantastic.
Perfect. I think it's one of the most perfect beers. That and the Modelo Negra, the Negro.
Yeah.
That one, that with the whole clamato mix, the way you make it, I think it has a good flavor with it.
Gotcha. David, what are you drinking?
Oh, you know my usual whiskey and Coke.
Ooh, can't complain with that.
May I ask what type of whiskey?
Oh, I use Jim Beam because all my other whiskeys are kind of, they're more sippers than they are anything else. Like, I don't like mixing my other drinks. So, like, my wife and I, we take shots of Makers. So I don't mix the Makers because that's for our shots. We have some of the Cove bottles, and then I just splurged for us. So me and my wife have this special shot that, like, only special occasions. It's the Whistle Pig 12 year.
Mm.
And that bottle was like $140.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to drink that either. I wouldn't want to drink that either.
Hey.
This is just for looks. Just for looks, right?
Price,
You take the JD, though. You take the JD.
price range, too. The Makers ain't bad.
Maker's not bad. No.
Yeah, Makers is really good.
Like, if you're gonna mix, like, I wouldn't mix Makers with Coke. Like, you could have it like an old fashioned or even a sour. But, you know, like Jim and Jack, those are total mixers. Like, just put it in there together.
Yes, sir.
And I myself, I'm just having some iced coffee. It's coffee and espresso. It's usually called a wake up, but I like it iced. So that's what I'm doing today. I have work in a bit, so I really can't partake in anything. And you know what? I've been doing this challenge, and it's real weird the way it worked. So I did dry January, and then I got really and I started late. And then a week later, it was Lent, and I'm not religious or anything like that. But I was like, oh, a challenge, 40 days. Let's see, I've already done 30. Let me throw in another 40 and see how far I can go, being sober. So this is just kind of like all just coming together. So I've been sober for like 2 months. I haven't really drank any alcohol, and I'm kind of worried for the moment I do. I'm going to be a really cheap date.
Just make sure you're at home.
Yeah, definitely for that. But if you want more from these guys, I'm going to have on the show notes links to their Instagram. Now, both of them have 2 separate Instagrams. And make sure to log on to the Drinks to Words By show notes. And there you can go ahead and hit them up. As well as there's another one, which is the Bagland _entertainment. Is that your guys' management group? Who is that?
Yes. It's one of our buddies from Florida. He's managing our music page right now.
Okay. So I'm going to have that. And then I'm going to also include the music video there, which is in the field. And just log on to drinkswordsby.com and there click on the show notes, and you're going to get all of that stuff to follow all these guys. Earlier, we talked about lyrics and stuff like that. And I wanted to talk a bit about In the Field, a little bit about the music video, a little bit about the lyrics. And I guess the chorus or part of the chorus is never worry how a bitch feel. She get ugly when she gets real. Very thought-provoking.
Latina problems.
You should
Hey, we gotta stay away from them, but they're fun.
Hey, Latinas are crazy, but you can't live without them, man.
They put the spice in the life, you know what I mean?
I married a Fijian because I know Latinos are crazy. So I like that.
Yeah, but, so for our listeners, that's specifically Latinas.
Yeah. Okay. Just like, who are you guys dating? What is the dating scene like? You know what I mean? When I was seeing that.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
so let's look at that question right there. Who you date? I look at like what you guys are dealing with compared to what we were dealing with. Like, girls are way more advanced in everything now than they were back then. I'm not saying we didn't have our few, but like, I guess women are like way more independent and way more like, they don't need you type of thing. So like,
it's a man's world. It's a man's world. Of course they need us.
Oh, I ain't saying nothing.
I would beg to differ. I let
James Brown say that, and my wife said it, so I'm not gonna say that either. But so like, do you guys, like, if you talk to your parents stuff and like how they met and everything, do you think it's harder now for you guys to try to do relationships and actually meet somebody because of the generation or because of the lifestyle you guys are living in and wanting to live in?
I think it's a lifestyle, man. Because back in the days, we didn't have Instagram, we didn't have social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, people used to write letters. Now we have phones, advanced phones, and stuff like that. And and I just feel like girls are more aware.
Back then, you used to be able to ask a girl out on a date, go grab some coffee or something. Go to the local hole in the wall and just talk about how you guys are doing in life. Now it's just social media.
Now you're just face to face on the phone.
FaceTime on the phone, and it's like people are getting lazy. They don't want to put in the effort when they got it on the palm of their hands.
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah. Our generation is, I think it's screwed, man.
I pray for them.
I don't see it getting any better as long as technology, all the social media clout that people want. Everything they see on the internet, people try to, be that person instead of being their own person. And it's just people can't really find themselves like how they used to back in the day. That's what I think. I mean, now, if you find a wife, you're lucky to go to Mexico on a trip or something and be lucky enough to find a good woman. Nowadays, it's hard.
They're out there. You just gotta find them.
They're out there, yeah. You just gotta find them.
In foreign countries, you gotta find them. Not here in America. You can have a rough road if you find someone in America.
Our next international tour. I found a wife.
Right. That's their EP. That's their next EP. Now, is this just like a one-off for you guys? Because I know you guys are like doing your guys' own thing, and you guys have your own separate Instagrams and stuff like that. So it makes it kind of hard to be like, are you guys a group or not? Because like me and David, we have our own thing. It's Drinks to Words By. Follow us on Instagram. And it's me and David, together. Now, me and David both have our own lives separate from everything. And you can follow us on our separate, socials. But when me and David are together, it's that. With you guys, it seems a little different where you guys are just both on different Instagrams and not kind of having your own. What's going on with that?
To be honest, when it's just me, I'm Young AD from the Cove. When it's just Kevin, it's Project Kev. But when we collab, it's Bagland Entertainment. And it's me, my buddy Danny from Florida, the one that manages us. And it's him, obviously. And we just make music when we come together. It's a group, but like we also do music separately. You know what I'm saying? But when we come together, it's a group.
Yeah, we have a lot of files with independent work, definitely. And as far as having our own page, well, that was just our personal. We decided to make the Bagland ENT one, and we figured from there on, we'll just start posting more content as a group because that's how it should be. That's how we're trying to, elevate as a group.
Gotcha. And speaking of content, your music video, which again, if you log on the show notes on drinkstowordsby.com in the field, there is a lot of West Covina spots that I'm like, I know that place. I know that place.
Yeah.
That you
I know
guys,
that parking structure.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know what's crazy too is that my buddy that manages the music page, he has I think an uncle or somebody he's related to that owns the Cove.
Gotcha.
And then I think I was talking to one of you guys about it too. That one of my friends his family member owns the Cove, and then I think one of you guys were telling me that you guys used to work for the Cove, right?
Yeah. That's how me and David met. We met there, and then we decided to kind of collab and create, this show. Was that how you guys met? How did you guys meet? Did you guys meet at a bar? Did you guys just know of each other's styles?
Me and him, we grew up since elementary school, man. So I've been knowing him since high, so.
Since first grade, maybe.
It's been a long time since I know this guy, man.
Yeah, man.
And then how I met Danny, I think we met him at a bar. I think I met him at Katie Jake's. I met Danny and Katie Jake's, and the way that we met was through music. He heard our music, and he was really interested in us. And he also does music, too, as well. We have Danny Phantom. Shout out Danny 626 Cardenas. We make music together, and ever since then, man, it's been going good,
Definitely.
Yeah. One thing I will say about Danny too is that he since he was making music also, he pretty much put that to the side to focus on the group because he sees that investment in us. He sees the potential, and he said, you know what, I'm gonna stop focusing on this and I'm gonna put more attention towards you guys because I have so much confidence that you guys will make it.
And it's crazy, too, because literally, before he did that, I literally prayed. I prayed to God, and I asked him to help me with the music, just everything, just in general. And literally, the next day after, I get a call from Danny, hey, I'm going to manage you guys. I see something in you guys, and I can't just sit here and let you guys waste your talent. And I was like, man, you're a calling from heaven. So I was like, it was beautiful, bro. And I was like, I had no problem with that. Go ahead. You need $15 a week to put money on the ads? Just let me know what I need to do, and I'll do it, So we've been doing that so far.
Gotcha.
I got us here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what here is, but okay.
Yeah, got me here.
Where are you guys at? Are you guys at a clothing store or something? I just gotta know.
It looks like it. No,
It
we're
does.
actually in my studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're actually in my studio. This is where we work all the time. It's just a little, you would say little studio, right?
It's a homemade studio.
A little homemade studio. I rent from my landlord here in Arcadia. So this is my own personal space. And whenever AD gets a chance, when he's not working, when I'm not working, we'll link up together and get to work.
Very cool.
Do you guys see yourselves more as individuals now or more of a group? And when I ask that, is do you feel that you're getting a little bit more success as the group as opposed to individuals, and kind of put that to the side and just focus on the group?
Yeah, I feel so.
I would say yes, because as individuals, people know us, of course, and we have our own fan base. But as a group, we've noticed that it's more pressure. People will literally copy the way me and him talk. People actually want to they catch on and they start talking like us.
We got this thing. It's called a bagland voice. We do it amongst each other, and it kind of goes like this. Come on, what are you doing? It's just a baglander voice. We even text it too. I'll be like, come on, what are you doing? And I put parentheses. I'll be like bagland voice. That's just something that and we notice other people do it too.
Yeah, and everywhere I go, like my brother, I have younger brothers. And my younger brother is always showing me, hey, my friends play your song all the time, or they play your guys' music. And then they always, whenever I meet up with them, I'll say, oh, what's up, man? I heard you like our music. That's what's up. Thank you. I appreciate the support. And they'll be like, yeah, Bagland. And
Bagland, right?
Yeah, Bagland. And we see that, and we're like, okay, we're doing something right. It's catching on. People are like, Bagland. So as far as a group, I see it progressing. I see it hitting.
I see we have a lot of influence. We can influence a lot of people. I noticed that. and that's what made us kind of
in a positive way.
Yeah, in a positive way, of course.
We're not promoting killing or drugs or getting money or all that rap stuff. What we might say here and then, but people know us how we really are in person, and they just go with the vibe.
Yeah, and with that, I noticed that you guys are kind of promoting the Covina, West Covina area. Is it really known for rap or anything? I mean, the only thing that I could think about, and this is close, is out there in like Claremont, because I know who's from there. Ben Harper's from there, and I'm just trying to think like does Covina have like a reputation or something like that?
I think they do. I mean, I know a couple rappers that come from West Covina. Look at Lefty Gunplay. He's not from West Covina, but he came from SGB. I think like Baldwin Park.
Yeah,
that's damn near right there, and he's blowing up right now. So I mean,
Baldwin Park, Bassett.
Yeah, there's a lot of rappers out here. They're just not known, So that's why we're trying to put West Covina on the map.
So it's starting to be an area.
Yeah.
You're saying like it's starting to grow as an area where rappers are coming out of.
Yeah, sir. It's picking up quick.
A lot of Mexican rappers too, man. A lot of Mexican rappers. That's what I'm going for.
Are there areas in the SGV to go and rap? Because I'm trying to think about like just areas around there where I've seen to go see live bands and stuff like that, and there's not really much out there.
Yeah, for bands like that, nah. I want to say bands, nah.
Yeah.
But you get your hip hop shows at a bar. There is things like that there. You just got to look for it. So
like where else have you guys performed? Like, have you gone outside of that area? Because at this point there isn't a big concert hall or concert area in the SGV, or at least in that 1057 210 area. So, like, where else have you guys performed?
We really haven't performed, not really, but we talked to a couple of bar owners, and we got the AOK where we can go and perform. We just haven't really done that yet, but that's something on the bucket list that we're going to do pretty soon. So
yeah, we've got in contact with a couple bars, and we've showed them our music, and it just depends if the owner or the person in charge is there, and just to set a date. But pretty much that's what we're doing, just finding different areas that we normally go to all the time, so people know us there. So we're just trying to get it to spread,
Gotcha.
We're trying to network with people all the time, meet new people. It's a never-ending process, but as far as right now, yeah, we have nowhere to where we could perform, but we do at the same time. Like we just need to close that book. Gotcha. We just need to set it down, set the day, and they let us know we're there.
Gotcha. Very cool. And I think you guys are going to get it, because I will see this. I think I was talking with AD for the most part, during this meeting, the ramp up towards it. And he was very polite. You're very polite. You guys are very polite.
Yeah, we're all about respect, man. Yeah. I grew up about respect. Respect for me goes a long way. That's the way I was raised. Not a lot of people are raised like that. So I
Yeah. Family man.
It's the rapping without the gangster.
We keep it real. We keep it real. Hustle, loyalty, respect. We're not really trying to be a hard person or try to put up this front of somebody that we're not.
Don't get us wrong.
But we will.
You need that.
I don't know if you guys heard that YG song. I just want to party. I don't want to hurt nobody. Just want to party. But I'll beat the F out of her. Why you bullshit?
Yeah, YG has nice security for that, though.
Yeah.
I know security.
Yes, sir.
Do you guys have security yet?
Not yet, man. This is my security right here.
Okay, gotcha.
and the man above.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I mean, we're going to keep on going on with the show. I do have some topics, and if you guys have any topics that you guys would like to talk about, go ahead and chime in. But just recently, we just had St. Patrick's Day. Wanted to know what everyone did to celebrate, and it's a strange thing, St. Patrick's Day. It's strange to have a holiday for drinking. Specifically, the older I get, I'm like,
Cinco de Mayo.
I know, Cinco de Mayo. I'm
I
like,
was gonna say tweet to the Irish and the Mexicans.
So, no, before you're going to, here's what's funny. And I'll just put my part into it. Like me and my wife, we stayed home because we're not doing that whole let's bar hopping thing anymore, right? She made corned beef and cabbage and potato stuff. We had the St. Patty's Day like meal, and we were laughing because it was like, you know what? A lot of people were like, "Oh, everybody fucking takes advantage of like the Mexicans or eating tacos on Cinco de Mayo." Should I go? Yeah, but we're eating white people food. Like we don't normally eat white people food. We only eat it on a holiday. I'm not saying it was bad. Like we just had leftover corned beef right now, and I'm like, she grilled it up and put some eggs with it. I was like, yeah,
anything with the egg.
but I was like, that's white people food. Like because I made shepherd's pie this week too. Man, I gotta spice this up next time. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it more Latin and Peruvian style fucking shepherd's pie.
yeah,
You guys celebrate with the green beer?
No. You know what? I was never into the green beer. I was into the beer, but just never turning it green. For some reason, it just messed with my head because I'm like, if I'm drinking this and it's turned green, that means the inside of myself is going to turn green. And this isn't a biological green. This is a man-made green. Why am I doing that to my system? So that's where my brain goes. And it ruins everything for me. Okay.
No green eggs and ham, no green beer.
No, none of that.
Only the money.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only, and lettuce. You know what I mean?
No, there you go. Yeah.
So-
I did have a Guinness.
Not bad.
So, there you go.
Yeah, had to hit the Irish beer.
Yeah, I watched The Departed. It's Irish centric. It's the Boston Irish scene. So I was like, oh, this is like a St. Patty's Day movie for me. There's killing, there's all the fun stuff. There's the accent. So that's what I did. What did you guys do for St. Patty's Day? Is that a big holiday still?
Not really. None of the holidays are how they used to be. How they used to be back in the days. Like Christmas, Halloween. Like the spirit is not there how it used to be when I was growing up. But for St. Patrick's Day, to be honest, we just drank.
Yeah.
We just drank. I think we went to downtown Pasadena. We went to Barney's. I used to work there, so we went there to go visit. And to be honest, man, that's all we did, just drink, nothing much.
Yeah, we knew there was going to be a lot of checkpoints and stuff, so we tried, to keep it. We tried to keep it easy.
Those drinking holidays, they're full force out there waiting for you. Like, we know you're coming out. Wait.
Yeah. They're just waiting for you like an octopus, dug in the sand, waiting for its prey, and then boom, you're there passing by. They're going to get you. They're going to light you up.
Yeah. You know what's
Not
weird?
worth it.
Yeah, what's weird? Speaking of light up, I'm on the social media, I'm on the Instagrams and Facebooks, and I don't know if this is happening to you guys, but this is happening to me. Like every other ad, or pretty much every ad, is an ED pill ad. And I'm just like,
whoa.
I think that's just because they know how old you are, buddy.
No.
They're paying attention to you.
I know, but I'm like, I'm not having that much sex. Like, I wish I was having that much sex to like justify these ads, but I'm not. But like we're all guys, you know what I mean? And I'm like, are you guys getting bombarded with this, with these ED ads?
I've been getting bombarded with car accident ads. And I'm like, I've been like, man, is this telling me something to prepare for a car accident?
Write this number down.
Yeah, every time I'm driving, man, or I go on YouTube and, look up some stuff, and then I'll see the ad and they'll say, have you been in a car accident? Do you know that you can get this much compensated? And I'm like, man, like, stop it. They're gonna speak it to existence. Stop it. But those pills, man, hey, Be careful.
Dude, I'm afraid of those pills.
I mean, they're a lot cheaper now. Those ads are like, hey, 49 cents a pill.
Yeah.
I
You
know.
can literally go to the liquor store and get a honey pack.
And I'm like, what am I going to do for the rest of the time that I have this hard on? You know what I mean? It's just going to be there. I can't take a leak. I can't do anything. You know?
For real, it used to be just extends. Now they got everything, man. They got everything in the book.
Yeah.
How old are you guys? Yeah, how old are you guys?
I'm 27.
I'm 27 as well.
Okay. You're not young, but you're not old. You guys do carry yourselves pretty well in regards to, like, you guys talk about generations of like I have a 21-year-old, so that's what I'm saying. But you guys talk like you've been around a lot longer than 27. Like, you guys talking like you're 34, like you got like 7 years. But I respect it. I
appreciate it.
You guys do carry yourselves, and going along with what he said, that you guys are, polite and respectful. So, how long have you been in the game, real quick? Like, when did you guys start this?
What do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean?
When did we start?
Like, when did you guys make the decision you guys would start rapping?
That was like back like 2019, 2020? Like 3-4 years ago?
2020, 2019.
Kevin's always been doing music. He's always been writing lyrics. He's always recorded himself. Me, I always had a passion making music. My favorite artist was Nas, Tupac, Eminem. I used to think I was Eminem watching 8 Mile. I used to think I was him, but I never really, I swear, I never really took it serious. I might have wrote a couple things down on a piece of paper, but I never really, applied myself the way I'm doing now. And it's when I got with Kevin, he was already making music, and I was going through something at that time. I was down bad at the time, and Kevin kind of introduced me to the music, and ever since then, I just fell in love with it. And we noticed that we had something, so we kind of just we ran with it, so.
Yeah, we went from there. We always used to mess around, make music, but it was just a hobby, just for fun. Until we started seeing, like, hey, we could actually take this somewhere, bro. Like, let's just put our mind to it and let's see what happens. Doesn't hurt to try,
Definitely. And with that,
and our fan base started growing.
Yeah, and let's talk about that really quick, because I'm kind of experiencing something like that myself. Now, I have other projects that I do, and most recently, one of my projects is really starting to kind of take off, and I'm seeing the numbers, and when I see those numbers, it kind of fucks with me, because, the process that I was doing, is obviously working, but now I'm starting to kind of overthink everything. Whereas before, when nobody was listening to me, nobody was paying attention, it was so liberating, because I really got to just kind of venture off and just be as quirky or as odd as I wanted it to be. But now that I'm seeing all this, it's getting to my head. Was that the same for you when you guys started seeing all the numbers and stuff like that? And what do you do to kind of correct that curve?
To be honest, man, we used to shove our music down people's throats. I promise you, that's what we did. When we drop music, before we had Danny, I would go through my contacts and send the link to everybody in my contacts, and then I would go on Instagram, Facebook, etc., whatever. And I would send my music to everybody individually. It would take me an hour or two. I'll put whenever I need to put, the wording just to promote it. And that's how we got our subscribers, our fan base. It took a lot of work. Kevin did his thing too. And I remember when we were just stuck, we couldn't get past 30 subscribers. Now we're 150, 140, so, yeah. And those numbers continue to grow. So I put my faith in the Lord, and I just do what I got to do, so.
Let God and let go.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
But the more those numbers become bigger and bigger, does that get to you guys as far as oh, okay, we got to put out something more? And does that get to you of okay, now what do we got to put out? Because one of the things too that and I'm using band as just kind of a umbrella, name or umbrella topic. They have their whole lives to get to that first album. And once they get to that first album, the next record company who's like, now you got to put out a second. And that's usually when they slump because they've been building towards that first album and it's been years, dare I even say decades to get to that first one. Once they get to that first one, they go to the second one. They're just in a rush to put something out. Have you guys thought about addressing that or what are you guys doing for that? Or have you even thought about that?
I mean, we've thought about it. But the only person who really is doing the effort to do that right now and push that out is Danny.
Yeah, he's been pushing us.
He told us not to worry about any of that he was going to be the one driving the boat. And he just told us to keep working, keep doing what we're doing, stay focused.
Make content.
That way we don't have to get out of our circle and focus on little things like that. He's the one in charge of that. For now, he's going to school, doing his own thing, but he still finds a way to push through and get that going for us. Right now, we're just working on new projects every day. Trying to get
the Netflix documentary on all this.
We're trying to figure out how, because since we have a lot of different types of music, like we're trying to switch it up. We're just not trying to make one genre. We're trying to make it universal in a way. We're just focused on dropping these albums, and these songs into an album or a mixtape to where they all correspond with each other. That way it's not like you get this type of song and then out of nowhere you switch a song and you got this whole different type of song. We're trying to put it all organized.
Cool. Sounds like you guys really know what you're doing. That's cool.
And we learn from scratch.
We're learning, man.
Like when we first did this, we had nobody to show us how to produce. Like Kevin kind of just like, I remember I used to tell Kevin, like, Kevin, how do I do this? How do I do that? And it got to a point where I knew Kevin was getting irritated with me. It was to the point he was like, bro, you learn by yourself. And I was like, you know what? I got mad. I was like, you know what? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Forget you then. I'll do them all. But I'm glad that he treated me like that because it kind of made me learn how to do things on my own, and I like that because now Kevin wants me to, hook up his verse the way I did mine and stuff like that, So
I pretty much just give him that treatment like when you're working with your dad as a kid and you open that hood, you open the car hood for the first time and your dad says, grab the wrench. And you give him the drill. He's like, that's the drill, pendejo. Like, what are you doing? Are you good for nothing? Get out of here. And you're just like, damn, Dad. Like, I'm just trying to help. That's pretty much the love, the tough love I was giving him, because I didn't want to just, I didn't want to just give him the seeds and then just, I wanted him to learn how to, grow everything by himself and get everything circulated through his mind. That way it can open a new door for him, in his mindset. So he can be like, oh shit, so this is how we do. Now that I learned this, I can learn this. And I don't have to ask Kevin or, And for the most part, it worked out great for him. He's already hands on. He knows what he's doing when I'm not there. And it benefited both of us. I don't always have to be around. He doesn't always have to be around. He can work on his own time. I work on mine. We come together. It's magic.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. You know what else is magic? Sports, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir. I love sports. He's not much of a sports guy, but I love sports.
He's wearing an Indians hat.
I know. What's the deal with the Indians hat?
Because they don't make these no more. This is a classic.
I know. I was born in Cleveland, so yes, I know. I'm actually an Indians fan.
You're a LeBron fan too, then, right?
I am a Cavaliers fan.
Oh, Cavaliers! He said LeBron.
Am I a fan of LeBron? Yes, but I was a fan of the Cavs before he got there and after. But yeah, no, I have nothing against LeBron. He got us a championship, but we haven't had it in forever. So
yeah. Thanks to Kyrie.
Oh, here we go.
Because LeBron did everything he could. LeBron did everything he could.
He did everything.
And then Kyrie just put the cherry on top. Bam.
You can't do it alone. It's all about teams.
Yes, sir.
But since we're talking about sports, I actually want to bring this up to my resident Dodger fanatic over here.
Go Dodgers!
So,
yeah, we got the banner in the back.
Yeah.
Woo! So
there it is.
Shohei gets suspended for gambling, how are you guys going to feel about that?
Showy. It's called Showy. Okay.
Joey.
That's a $700 million name. All right.
Actually, and it's $5 million that's going to get him suspended.
No, it's not, because the translator's taking the fall.
Yeah, dude. They're investigating that way more. It's like, there's no way that he was able to move $5 million from your account into this. So
yeah, it's a really odd, moment in Dodger baseball, because I think everyone's going to look the other way. Honestly, like, I'm reading reports, everyone's like, oh, it was this guy, it was that guy, and it was all that stuff. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I think everyone's going to look the other way, but it does bring an interesting topic. So I'm glad that you brought that up, which is, do you trust your friends? Shoei had his, a translator guy that he's been with for like, 5-7 years, and with that, it's like, would you take a fall for your best friend, and maybe that's what's going on. Maybe it was maybe the what's his name, Ippy or something like that. Maybe he was doing these illicit deals behind Shoei's back, but it really puts in perspective of friendship and how sometimes either people take advantage of each other through that. What do you guys say about that?
Let's talk to the band and see how that works.
Yeah. I haven't read too much about it, but from what I heard, there was betting allegations, right? That his like you guys said, his translator or his who was it?
Translator.
His translator was taking money from him to bet on him
to cover bets that he lost, sports bets that they lost, and he racked up like $4.5 million in lost bets, and he didn't have the money to cover it, so he had to use Shoei's money to cover it, and that's the thing. But now it was like, oh, he admitted to everything, and then he changed his story. So now it's like he takes the fall. He has to, or Major League Baseball is going to have to suspend him, and that would put a damper on international relations.
Are they saying
not your ticket prices?
Are they saying how long the suspension will be, or is Ohtani's going to get suspended?
They haven't got to the point where he would be suspended. It's still, everything's on his interpreter. But if the investigation goes deeper and they find out, and you have to look into it, because that's that Pete Rose stuff right there.
Damn. See, I'm gonna look into that, because I've been seeing stuff, but I don't really get into it until I finally hear like, oh, they got deep into it. Because there are always gonna be rumors flying around, just media. But until I hear something more of it, then I'll get deep into that.
I think the most craziest part of that is, like, if the guy has racked up $4.5 million in debt and loss, like, what are you doing gambling? It's like, obviously you're not good at it.
You're really bad at it,
man. It's an addiction.
He was itching. Yeah. He was itching.
Well, I mean,
when you have a person that makes $700 million, or how much is it?
Yeah, it's like $600 or $700 million.
700 million, you're gonna, hey bro, give me $1. You got me right, bro. You got me right.
Give me a couple million.
That's on top of the 300 million he made with the Angels. So he's gonna, his contracts in total gonna be over $1 billion.
Not to mention the bonuses and the signings with all the advertisements that he's doing and stuff like that. So
and for sure he was gonna hit those bonuses with the Dodgers, man. For sure.
Well, I don't know about the pitcher. That other Japanese pitcher got rocked.
He did. They pulled him out of the first inning. Yeah.
Did you guys see that ball that went through the glove?
Yeah.
Against the Padres? Yeah. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah. That was a bad commercial for whoever makes that glove. Just like, note to self, do not buy that glove.
Buy that first base's glove. Well, I mean, Albert, you don't have to worry about me using our money, because we don't have any.
Right. Which, by the way, if you want to donate to us, we do have a Venmo at Drinks to Words By. Feel free to send us whatever you can, and we've been dry. There's been no money.
It makes for a good coffee.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I don't know how familiar you guys are with our show. When we first started, we were filming from the bar. We were recording at the actual bar.
The Cove, right?
Yeah, the Cove.
Did they ever tell you guys that wasn't allowed, or what made you guys move? Like switch?
It was the pandemic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fuck everything up.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You say that, but I don't. You know what I mean? It made me want to say we have to keep this going. You know, so it amplified my engineering to where, you know, we were just doing it, you know, over the phone, and I figured out how to do that. And then from there, I figured out how to do video and audio together to create now this virtual experience that everybody sees now, which is great because, you know, everyone could see everything and stuff like that. And it is sad that we can't do it at the bar. I know one day we'll go back to the bar for an event every once in a great while. But, you know, David lives in Riverside. I live out in Inglewood. So, you know, it's become a trek just to go to the bar. And the bar has always been very favorable to us. They've always really liked us. And, you know, we've always, you know, added more value there. And we've added the bartender to come in and talk. So it was a real 360 experience there. And generally people that would walk in were always like, really impressed that there was something like that happening in that bar. Of course, that bar from when we did it to now is completely, you know, turned 180 from its looks. It did a major overhaul during the pandemic. So it looks swanky now. I'm like, I don't know if they would let us now do it, but I'm pretty sure they would.
The same.
Yeah.
It's a good hole in the wall bar. How did you guys meet there, or what made you guys go there?
Alcohol.
Yeah,
Alcohol.
definitely liquor. Yeah,
just said, that bar looks cool. Let's go there.
Yeah.
I got introduced to it by a friend, and this was back in 2005. So I've been going to that bar since 2005, and I forgot when I first started working there. And then they, when ownership changed and things were changing, they wanted to bring in security, and I do security. So I started working the door, and he was working, he can clean the bar on top of being a regular. And then we would interact and talk and bullshit. And, you know, that was the whole point of the show was, the conversations you have at a bar, you know, like, oh, we should record this. People would love this. So we decided that, and that's how we created the show. It was based on like bar talk and our conversations, just bullshitting while we're drinking.
5 years later, 5 years later, we're still doing it.
That's cool, man. That's right.
Yeah,
you guys make something out of nothing.
Yeah. Well, it also kind of helped that I've been in radio and things like that, and I knew how to do all the audio stuff. So like, you know, for David to just come in and say, hey, let's do this. I'm like, dude, I've already got things going on other projects. And within like a month we were up and running and, you know, off to the races, you know, and that's really strange because I'm sure you guys meet people all the time that say, hey, we should do something. But then, you know, like the person doesn't know how to do anything, you know, so then you guys are just kind of at a stalemate. So I think that was the difference with me and David was just like, you know, I knew how to do everything and get us up and going. Well, again, like within a month, you know, and that's a pretty fast turnaround to get a project going. Does that happen with you guys a lot?
Yeah, I mean, we do hit our speed bumps, but we always, even if like we can't finish a project, it's not going to stop us from starting a new one. Like once we hit that rocky road, we're still going to keep.
We got so much songs that we start and we don't finish. It's not even funny. Like we have a lot of songs.
We came from this.
Oh, nice.
We came from this. This is the first thing I bought. I had no plan. I just had a vision. And I said, look, I'm going to start with this and see where it takes me. And this led to everything else. It opened doors, it opened a passion. It lit the fire in me.
Met new people.
We get
people.
Just doing something, starting something. It's it will open plenty doors. It'll open plenty more doors, and you just got to keep moving, and you're gonna keep figuring out. Okay, now this is the right path. All right, I messed up here, but this opened this door. Now I can go through this, through this tunnel, and then just keep that tunnel vision, and it's always gonna lead to something, creating something. And even if we fail and we don't create anything, we have a lesson learned, and we move forward with it.
Definitely. Speaking about moving forward, I don't know if the Kings are gonna. By the way, we're still in sports. I don't know if the Kings are gonna make it to the playoffs. I don't know. Do you guys watch hockey? Are you guys fans of hockey?
I mean, I don't really watch it, but I like when they throw down.
Yeah. It's really cool.
I want to go to a game one day. Eventually, I want to go to LA Kings game.
Yeah. They're super cool. Literally and figuratively, it's cold in there, so take a sweatshirt.
It is a cool experience. It is a cool experience. I will say that. I've been wanting to go to a soccer match.
Yeah,
I haven't done a MLS game yet. I'm doing an MLS game.
Yeah, I want to see LAFC for sure.
Yeah, I'm an LAFC supporter as well, so I definitely.
It's not when Messi's here. The tickets go up fucking like 600%. Like $30 a normal game, $460 for fucking Messi to be there. Like,
yeah. You're like, I'm good. I'd rather buy a 24 and sit in front of the TV.
And you know what's crazy is that's what's going on right now with the Dodgers, for me specifically, because I'm like, how do I watch the Dodgers? I'm like, I don't want to buy cable because I'm never home. I'm only home Saturday and Sunday. For the most part, I'm always at work, and I don't get home till 5. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm in bed by a crisp 8 o'clock, 8:30. I'm asleep. So, I stay out partying the latest till about 9. That's when I'm like, whoa, it was a night. So,
Dude, we were up till 2 in the morning.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah.
Capricious youth. Take me back.
Yeah.
We feel it too, though. We're feeling it now as we're getting older.
I remember those days.
I remember those days right now, bro.
Yeah.
But that's
we get up, you hear the ankles crack.
We're not getting any younger.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The Dodgers, the ticket prices, it's almost like for two people, almost like $120, not including parking. So it's going to be like $150 just for two people to go to a game. That's off the bat. That's not including the outrageous price for beer or, if you want to buy a non-Farmer John Dodger dog, on top of, whatever else you want to buy there. So you're going to rack up at least $350 just to go for the privilege to go to a game. So I've been trying to figure out what would be the right thing to do, and it would be like $60 if I wanted just the Dodgers, only the Dodgers. It would be like $60 a month to cost me, and I'm like, that's the price of one ticket, and I'm still trying to justify it. I'm like, man, if I went one, that's not even including parking. I'm like, I think I could do that. $60 a month for what, like 10 months is $600 or something like that. I feel.
Okay, but wait, I'm still like, that's expensive. Like, what phone provider do you have? Like, some providers or some actual apps. Like, if you were to get the Apple app, doesn't that for an extra something, and it's way less than $60, right?
Well, here's the thing. Like, I have Spectrum Internet, but they're like, you have to get Spectrum Wireless, and then we'll give you the access code to get MLB TV, and MLB TV is like $30 a month. So then I have to chalk on an extra $20 a month just to have a wireless phone plan that I'm not going to use, so that's like $50 off the bat on top of the internet that I already have. And it's just like, guys, I just want to watch the game, and not have to pay all this outrageous money, so I can watch my beloved Dodgers and not have to wait till Saturday comes or Sunday in hopes that they're on regular bunny ear TV.
What do they play them on? Fox? Is it Fox?
On weekends, it's usually Fox, and then they're on the weekdays they're on Sportsnet LA, or they might have Sunday Night Baseball, which is on ESPN. So, there you go. So there's a lot of options that that the Dodge, like, just because I have their channel doesn't mean I'm going to be able to watch all their games, especially when they're playing like on Friday nights. I know they're going to be on Apple TV, and you have to have an Apple TV subscription for that. So it's just like, the more and more these streaming services start, grabbing and nitpicking different games, it hurts the fan experience and bringing fans together. And I think that's what happened too with MLS. I was really pissed because they were showing all the LAFC games on Channel 13, and I was loving it. And then, the Apple bought them, and now you can only watch them on Apple. And it's like, dude, like MLS is still kind of an up and coming league. And I know it's crazy saying that because they've been around for like 20 some odd years. And, they're just starting to finally catch their groove. And now it's like they're alienating potential fans. And I don't know if it's worth it or not, because potential fans will create other potential fans, and you can grow exponentially. So that's just my 2-3 cents on kind of what's going on with sports and these streaming services and stuff.
They're also changing the times.
What was that?
What did you say? They're changing what?
Oh, I was saying they're also changing the streaming times depending where they play now, right? Like, I know the Dodgers had like an early morning game. I think, where did they play?
Oh yeah, they were in Korea. In
Seoul. I was going to say Japan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or maybe Japan. I'm sorry, my geography isn't that great. But yeah, they were in Seoul, and I guess maybe that is in Japan. I'll check right now. I'll check on the.
They had like a game like at 4 in the morning.
Korea. Well, that's because of just the time frame to play it live. That's like the Olympics, when the Olympics or the World Cup, or depending on the country. Like, I remember when they were in Germany, the fucking World Cup games were like at 3 in the morning.
Yeah,
I gotta wake up.
Yeah, I was tripping out at one time because when that was going on, I would be up doing the music thing, and I would see on the TV, I'd be like, man, that says live. That says live. It's 3 in the morning. They're playing soccer. They're playing soccer right now.
Yeah, like sometimes my friends and I will watch a soccer match, and it starts at 6 in the morning, so we have to find a bar that's willing to be open at 6 in the morning. We got to travel, and the bars aren't close. And like, my friends live in Northridge, and like, out there, so we have to find somewhere to meet in the middle. So I got to travel an hour just to get to a bar that's open at 6 in the morning to watch a game.
Damn, that's commitment.
I'll do it.
That's commitment right there.
You got to.
I know football does that a lot. Like Jacksonville, the Jaguars, they'll play in like the UK, or the two teams will travel and they'll have an early game like at 5 in the morning.
There's going to be a game in Brazil this year.
Oh, for football?
Yeah, there's going to be a professional football game in Brazil. I think it's going to be the Eagles and the Browns, actually.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a good one. Eagles got Saquon.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
Very interesting. You know what? Free agency has been really weird. I think that there's still a lot of good names out there, but a lot of changes have been made, and I think this is going to be a very interesting season with the quarterback changes everywhere, and then the quarterbacks are coming in from the draft. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for KC to repeat, and I think it's going to be hard for just anybody to really run away with the season. I think it's going to be a lot of 9 and 8 teams that are going into the playoffs. Yeah. I think it's going to be a lot of losses going here because I don't think anybody has a true breakout team because injuries happen, stuff like that. So we'll see. It's going to be a very interesting season.
We're gonna. One thing we know for sure is first round exit for the Cowboys. I don't know if you guys are Cowboys. It never fails. No. It never fails. They can be 11 and whatever, 12 and 4, first round exit by 8 and 18.
Yeah, who are your guys' football teams, by the way? I'm a Charger fan, and I must say this: I've always been a Charger fan. I know that sounds weird because who would rep the Chargers, but I've been a Charger fan for a very long time. And I know David's a Browns fan. And what teams are you guys?
I'm actually a Patriots fan.
Wow.
As crazy as it sounds, I'm a big Brady fan. I ride with Brady all the way, man.
Damn.
That was the first, as far as I can remember, when I first started watching football, you know, I think I was in middle school. I would turn on the TV days that I wouldn't go to school, and I would lay there in bed and watch the football games. Monday night, Sunday, or whenever I had nothing to do, I'd just turn on the TV, and always on CBS, it was the Patriots versus somebody. Most of the time it was Patriots versus Jets, or, you know, someone in their division, the Dolphins. And I would always watch the uniforms of the Patriots, see how they played, and I'm like, who's that? That guy throws a ball good. That guy knows how to throw a ball. He knows how to throw a football. That guy is good. And he didn't do much. He wasn't the most athletic. He just knew how to get the ball to the player. And I watched that. I was just like fascinated, and I was like, yeah, this is my team. Like, I'm gonna stick with them. I watched them every Sunday mornings, and I stuck with it. You know, I became a loyal fan, and I was like, yeah, that's my quarterback. Yeah, that's my quarterback. And then as I got older, I started paying more attention to it, and I got into the stats and stuff, and then that's when I was like, oh, I think I picked the right guy.
Yeah. What about you, AD? Who's your team?
I don't really watch football. I'm not really a sports dude, man.
Really?
I'm more like into like UFC, boxing,
That's
stuff
sports.
like that.
That's sports. That's sports. I love UFC.
So are you excited for Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson?
Man, that fight better not be rigged. I'm gonna be mad as hell.
If it is,
I swear to God, I would never watch another Mike Tyson fight if he loses. I swear.
I just saw some video of Mike Tyson training, and I'm like, who would fuck with Mike Tyson?
Who wants to fight that?
I know.
It's all about the money, man. That's what it is.
I don't know. Like
I get that, but that's what I'm saying. I go, there's no way that Jake on any level is able to compete with Mike Tyson. If it's a draw or anywhere close, then like I'm done with boxing altogether.
This is the reason why I don't watch sports.
But there's a catch though. There's a catch to it. I guess Jake Paul, he made a contract saying that he has like certain things he can do within the fight. Like he could tag in his brother if he wanted to.
No way.
At certain points, I heard something like that. That he
was this WrestleMania?
Yeah, I know.
Like
yeah, right.
Yeah, like something with his contract saying like, oh, my brother's gonna be there, so it's like a tag, 2-on-1 handicap match. So he could tag in his brother if he's tired.
You know what? That actually sounds kind of fun because Mike Tyson, I bet you, will beat them both.
He's gonna beat both of them.
Yeah, Mike Tyson, nobody's a fuck.
At the same time, I think too.
He better bite his ear off or something.
One kidney shot, and you're not getting to that corner to tag anybody. You're just like, oh.
Yeah. He's like, you want to tag your brother? He's all throwing him over there. Tag him.
Very cool. Anything else that we need to cover in sports?
Just one thing. Sticking on the UFC topic. I'm excited about that Gaethje fight with Max Holloway.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one.
I want to see that because he's one of my favorite fighters.
What you got your money on?
I like Max. I like Max for the reason I'm saying that I'm a supporter. But Gaethje, he's a bad motherfucker.
So does it sound like we're betting?
He's a bad. I'll put it on Max. I'll put it on Max.
I got Gaethje.
Okay,
20.
I'll put it on Max.
Hey, this is on live.
Put it on
Don't
Max.
forget.
I'm only riding because I'm riding with my dog, bro. I'm riding with Max, but
he's like one of the best boxers in UFC.
The way Gaethje knocked out Poirier, it could happen again to Max.
Anything can happen, bro.
Yeah, it could happen again to Max. So, but Max is tough, so it's gonna be a good fight. That's all I care about. I wouldn't mind losing those 20.
Speaking of UFC, and this is actually going to go off of sports. We're already done with sports.
Well, okay. Well, then let's do a last call for topics. This is a last call for topics. If you guys want to talk about, if you have a topic you want to talk about that we didn't cover, feel free. David, what's your topic?
So this is more to you, Albert. I don't know if these young bucks are familiar with Roadhouse. Yeah,
Roadhouse, the Patrick Swayze movie that has now been remade.
And the new one came out.
Oh, by that hunk of a man, Ryan Gosling. Can Ryan Gosling he could do whatever he wants, man. He's Ken.
That's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh wait,
not Ryan.
Oh, dude, I always mix those two guys up.
How? But so Jake Gyllenhaal plays Dalton, but Dalton is an ex-UFC fighter in the movie.
Cool.
So yeah, so my wife and I enjoyed the movie. She enjoyed it more than I did because I'm biased.
Yeah.
But I really want you to see it so that we could have our discussion on that because it actually, as a standalone movie, it's actually pretty good. Like if you've never, so you guys can watch this and have no thought. But Conor McGregor is a terrible actor.
Oh, that's right. He's in this movie. That's right. Yeah. I didn't know Roadhouse came out. I thought,
Oh, that's that movie you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's a remake.
It just put on Prime yesterday, so I had to watch it.
It's on Prime? I'm going to have to check it out.
Yeah.
Was it a good movie?
It's entertaining. Like, for what it is, like
would you say it's better than the first one?
No.
No?
No. But I'm biased. Like, Patrick Swayze, we actually had his cousin on the show. Shout out to Dave.
Yeah.
Swayze. So, it's, the old movie was a little more dramatic and it was very 80s. This one is truly like a 2024 type of movie. Yeah. The action, like the fight scenes over the top, the storyline got kind of, lost somewhere because they tried to put too much action, but it had comedy. It had good fight scenes. Like you guys would really enjoy the fight scenes. Especially the one where Jake and Connor have to fight. Like, it's something you guys would enjoy. I think Albert could enjoy it if he goes in not thinking the way I did. Is like, I remember the original, and I think it's gonna do well as far as people enjoying it.
All I want is to see the big truck crush the other trucks. That was always my favorite scene when they got the Bigfoot and they just like crushed all the guy with the Bigfoot. That was like one of my favorite parts.
That's not happening.
No, does he do the rules? He's like, here's rule number 1. If you're gonna fight, you take him outside or all that stuff. Does he do all that?
Not really. He doesn't do it by rules, but he plays like the very like I don't want to fight guy. He does do that, but I don't want to give away anything. There's a reason why he is trying his best not to fight anybody.
Right.
It's just he knows himself.
Gotcha. And, while we're on the topics of remakes, I just found this out. I don't know if this is real or not, but I wanted to get your guys' take. I know you guys are probably familiar with this popular show called The Golden Girls, but they're doing a remake of The Golden Girls. Okay.
Uh-oh. It's not going to be the same, though, man.
See? They know.
He knows. You watched that with your parents, did you?
I watched it a couple times, I kind of got hooked on it a little bit, but, man, it's not going to be the same, though, man.
I love it.
It's not going to be the same. I don't think I can watch the new one.
We're the girls.
Okay, you're the girls. You're the girls. Okay? You're going to have Tina Fey as Dorothy. You're going to have Amy Poehler as Sophia, Lisa Kudrow as Rose, and Maya Rudolph as Blanche. Which, you know what? That's kind of not a bad ensemble cast.
They better pull it off.
It's very comedic. It's a very comedic, but they're not that old to be the Golden Girls.
Well, here's the thing. If you do your research, if you look at how old the Golden Girls were, they were like in their 40s. But they looked fucking old.
You don't think that's because of makeup? You don't think they made them look like that, though?
No.
That was because of that time.
It's genetics. Like, you look at pictures of, like, your granddad or grandma, and they looked way older at what you are right now. It was just the way it's progressed. Like, people have, like, gotten younger looking and lasted younger looking throughout. People aged very poorly back in the day.
Oh, I know.
It used to be black don't crack. Now it's nothing cracks.
You know what? It's because people are exfoliating more. Do you guys exfoliate?
Yeah, I mean, we're inside the room a lot. We're inside the room a lot. We're indoors a lot. We need more sun.
Do you guys use skin products, or do you guys how do you guys do with your hair? Do you do the the soap and the conditioner and stuff like that, or?
Well, usually, my shampoo is kind of different. I get the baby shampoo and I put rosemary, I put gloves and cinnamon. And it's supposed to, I don't wash my hair every day either. I wash it maybe like twice a week, because all that water is not good for your skin.
It dries you out.
It dries you out.
Yeah,
It thins out your hair. So I don't really wash my hair a lot. But I usually use that for my hair products. And for skin, I don't really use anything for my skin. I just scrub my face. That's it when I'm in the shower. Other than that, I'm out the door.
Yeah. For me, I don't really.
I don't have any.
I have a lot of hair, so I try not to wet it as much, especially in the night because it takes forever to dry. But yeah, I try to use like organic stuff also. We're very into that stuff. We're very into organic products. Like,
I know.
My toothpaste is like
sodium fluoride
free, charcoal activated. Skincare routine. I mean, just some oil on the face after a shower just to keep it hydrated.
To be honest, you don't even need all that. If you have a good diet and you know what you're drinking, you don't even need all that.
It's all pretty much what you put in your body. That's what's gonna come out. Like what doesn't come out, it's gonna show on your face.
I can't wait for this rap song to come out.
I know. This is a good rap song.
Hey, we should make a song called Non-GMO.
Yeah.
There you go. Fine.
There you go. Fluoride free.
Yeah. Oh,
yes,
man.
Sir.
That is great.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we take care of we take care of each other, man. And it's to the point where I go to the gym and I get a pinch of Celtic salt and I put it in my water, as I drink, because you can drink water all day and not get hydrated, but the Celtic salt, what it does, it helps your red blood cells absorb the water. So that's why I put it in there when I go to the gym. I usually get like honey too, a teaspoon of honey with a pinch of salt. That's my pre-workout. I try to do everything organically. I don't like those pre-workouts that you take and they get you all jacked up and you're itching before you even get to the gym and shit. Like you're all fucking.
Sounds like bath salt.
Yeah, you're all jacked up and shit. Like I need to get to the gym. Fuck. Right?
That's like bath salt.
Yeah, I took pre-workout before. I did not like it.
Yeah,
not like that shit.
David, who knew these guys were like such a wealth of just knowledge for everything?
I am shocked. I was just thinking to myself, these are not the rappers I grew up with.
Hey, it's a new era.
I'm sure that's the way
era.
Yeah, dude, it is. It is. I respect it. I'm like, I learned so much. I'm like, Celtic salt, huh?
Yeah. It's hard to come across. You got to order that stuff, man. You can't just get it off the shelves. You got to order that type of stuff.
Yeah. And then I'd be using this stuff. Hold on. Let me think. Let me grab it real quick. Yes. I use this stuff too. Shit legit. It's just mountain resin from the Himalayan mountains. And you get like packed with nutrients, like all the nutrients you need in a day.
It's like an organic steroid.
You literally just take a pea-sized blob of this. I know it looks bad. It looks like some heroin or whatever, some dirty stuff. But you mix it in your coffee, depending what kind of person you are, your water, your tea, little pea-sized ball, and then next thing you know, you just have this energy to where you're just like, you want to breathe and you just feel the air, and it's good. It's good for your body, We're just trying to take care of ourselves, longevity, and maybe we'll meet a hot Latina one day.
Stay healthy enough to keep drinking,
Because she gets ugly when it gets.
There it is, guys. Health and beauty tips from young AD and Kev right here on Drinks Towards By. Guys, any last topic that you want to discuss before we get out of here?
No, I just wanted to give a shout out to Danny. I wanted to thank him again because he's not here with us. He might not be able to see this, who knows, but I just hope he's happy, man, because he's leading us in the right direction. And I want to thank you guys as well for having us on here.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, like you said, you didn't expect this, and, we didn't know what to expect either. But we got to meet down the middle, We
Yeah,
we had a good time.
We're more than thankful and grateful to you guys. To one, we haven't had a guest in a very long time. Two, it's completely opposite of what I thought this would be. I thought I've dealt with a lot of rappers, so you guys are far different from what I've ever dealt with or all that stuff. So I truly have respect for you guys and how you guys, even just this last bit of information, all these health tips.
We're just trying to put people on, man.
Yeah.
Hey, no, you should,
Stay away from the sodium, from the fluoride water. Stay away from it. No tap water drinking.
Oh, dude, it's too late. We grew up with water hoses, man. We've had fluoride.
We used to drink out of
them. You wonder why people were aging so poorly at that time.
Yeah.
You know?
We grew up with
I want to shout out Danny, homie B-Lokes. I want to shout out Briss, Dalton, Parker. Shout out Parker.
The whole Bagland group. People that are helping us, move forward with. They see it too. They want to help us. Our video and videographers. People pushing our music out. Thank you all. Everybody showing love.
We're watching too. Who doesn't? We're watching.
Yeah. People, we don't want people to say, "Oh, these guys are full of themselves, taking it for granted." Like, no, we really appreciate the support, man.
Yeah, and
we're for the people,
right? And we definitely appreciate your honesty and just everything. And guys, if you want more about the band, log on to drinkswordsby.com. There you could see the show notes. And you could see their music video and, of course, all their Instagrams. You could follow them there. And log on to YouTube, our channel's right there. There you can actually watch the video. And while you're there, you're going to see all of our streaming services. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. And from there, take us anywhere you'd like. Also, we do have a donation page. Feel free to, hit that donation button. Smash it, as the youngins would say. And, hit that... throw us a few fazools. What is money? What do you guys call money these days? Is it still cheddar? Is it still fazools? What is cash?
It's called bread. It's called blue strips. It's called bands, racks. It's
blue faces.
Blue strips, man.
We'll take whatever you got. Whatever you call it, just donate it, okay? Very cool. Guys, we've reached the point where we say a final cheers and we cheers to something. David's going to go, then you guys are going to go, and then I'm going to bring it on home. So, David, what are we cheersing to this week?
I am cheersing to organic rappers. That's the big thing. Organic rappers is the up and coming to this new generation. May they lead us to a new way of having everybody listen to the music. Because actually, like I said, you guys are something different, something new, and I truly appreciate it. So cheers to you guys.
Cheers.
And everybody coming up that way.
Cheers, brother. Cheers, family.
And guys, what are you guys cheersing to this week?
Let's see.
Work. Work. The grind, man. The grind. Oh, my grandparents came. Oh, I'm sorry. My grandparents came from Mexico this past weekend, so I've been spending a lot of time with them. Shout out to my grandpa, my grandma, my abuelita Carmen, and my grandpa Javier. They're over here supporting as well. They don't really come out here often, so I'm a cheers to them. I'm a cheers to them. I'm a drink to that.
Oh yeah, I'm a
family, and being with this guy all the time. grinding.
Yeah.
What about you, AD? Who are you cheering to?
I'm gonna cheers just to life and just staying positive and just longevity and everything like that. So that's what I'm gonna cheers to.
Very cool. And I am gonna cheers to your guys' necklaces. I've always wanted to have a necklace like that, those big chains. So, cheers to those chains and to metal for creating and minerals for creating those cool things. So let's cheers to that. Is that flossing? Do people call it? Is that the floss?
We call it flossing.
Flossing, flexing, yeah, same shit.
Spazzing.
So cheers to
Riz. It's the Riz, man.
All right, to the Riz. To the Riz.
All right, brother.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap it up.
We appreciate you guys.
Yes. Before I forget, exclusively on the audio portion of the show. So on the podcast, not the video, but on the podcast, the guys have been nice enough to let us play a song, and it's going to be Keep It Player. Am I saying that right? Am I saying that too perfectly? Is it like Keep It Playa? Is that more thug?
No, keep it player.
You said it perfect. However it comes out it's it's up to you, man.
Okay.
You saying it right.
Yeah. So make sure you listen to the program. Again, click on those streaming services on drinkstowardsby.com because it's exclusively there, not on the YouTube channel, just because the YouTube, they don't allow music and stuff like that. So make sure to log on to Drink Towards By and click those subscribe buttons to those streaming platforms so you can hear that song. Thank you guys for letting us play that song. Thank you guys for being on the show. Again, log on to the show notes to hit up all their Instagrams and follow them. And guys, that's going to wrap it up for another Drinks to Words by David. Kick them out.
Hey guys, appreciate you. Get some rest. Everybody else, go to the website, listen to their song. Go.
God bless, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate
We are
you.
out
All
of
right,
here.
guys. You have a good one.
Yep.
You too, boss.
Stay
Thank
blessed.
you.
Later.
Later.
Do it for me one time.
Sign a check, build respect like roots to a tree. I'm connected, how we move. It's a method in the coupe. I'm pursuit for the loot. Switch lanes, downshift on your goof, going crazy in the loop. Keep it promise for the gang, never change for the fame. Need a meal, some change, relapse to the bank. Live life for the gang, living life I was placing.